A very warm welcome. I'm Akanksha Swaroop. Now, a second incident of gun violence has rocked the American state of California. It was marked by twin shootings. As per the San Mateo County Sheriff, Christina Corpus, 7 people were killed and 1 was injured in these twin shootings. A 67-year-old Half Moon Bay resident named Chunli Zhao has been taken into custody. We bring you footage of that moment when the California police reached this house in Half Moon Bay that you can see. You can see the cops raising their guns and eventually apprehending the suspect. This as he was thrown on the ground and finally detained by the police officers. Handcuffed, Chunli Zhao was led away from the scene. Now, 7 of Zhao's colleagues were killed in front of children at 2 different sites in California. The incident is especially shocking since it happened only 2 days after another mass shooting. In the last shooting, 11 people were killed at a Lunar New Year celebration near Los Angeles. The latest bloodshed to hit Asian Americans in California occurred at 2 farms around Half Moon Bay. Now, Half Moon Bay is a coastal community near San Francisco. Local farm community members have even raised concerns about the well-being of the farm workers who were already under stress, and that because of recent flooding in the area. As the new tragedy unfolded, detectives at Montgomery were still probing, only to find out what drove an elderly Asian immigrant to shoot dead 11 people before taking his own life as the police closed in. They had gathered in celebration at a suburban dance hall before taking his own life as the police had closed in on this man. In a late news briefing, Sheriff Christina Corpus said the deputies had found Zhao in his vehicle. A semi-automatic handgun was also located in his vehicle, and as per the sheriff, the suspect is believed to have acted alone and that there is no further threat to this entire community. We bring you a report.
This is the moment officers caught who they suspect was behind California's second deadly mass shooting in 3 days. Several people were killed in the northern coastal city of Half Moon Bay on Monday, about 30 miles south of San Francisco. In a late news briefing, Sheriff Christina Corpus named Monday's suspect as 67-year-old resident Chunli Zhao. She said deputies had found him in his vehicle in the parking lot of the sheriff's substation.
Zhao was taken into custody without incident, and a semi-automatic handgun was located in his vehicle. Zhao is believed to have acted alone, and there is no further threat to this community. This is a devastating tragedy for this community and the families touched by this unspeakable act of violence.
Corpus said officers responding to a call found at least 7 people shot dead in 2 locations near each other in Half Moon Bay. She added that police did not yet know the motive for the killings. In the earlier shooting, 11 people were killed in Southern California in the city of Monterey Park in Los Angeles County.
Now, San Mateo County Sheriff Christina Corpus addressed a late-night media briefing in which the sheriff shared details of the suspect. Here's what she had to say. Let's listen.
Today at 2:22 p.m., sheriff's deputies were dispatched to the 12700 block of San Mateo Road, Highway 92, in unincorporated San Mateo County, on the report of a shooting with multiple victims. Upon arrival, deputies located 4 victims deceased with gunshot wounds. A 5th victim, also suffering from a gunshot wound, was transported to Stanford Medical Center with life-threatening injuries. The suspect was not immediately located. Shortly thereafter, 3 additional victims were also located deceased with gunshot wounds at a separate shooting scene in the 2100 block of Cabrillo Highway South. The motive for the shooting is currently unknown. Through investigation, the suspect, identified as Chunli Zhao, a 67-year-old Half Moon Bay resident. At 4:40 p.m., Zhao was located in his vehicle in the parking lot of the sheriff's substation here in Half Moon Bay by a sheriff's deputy. Zhao was taken into custody without incident, and a semi-automatic handgun was located in his vehicle. Zhao is believed to have acted alone, and there is no further threat to this community. This is a devastating tragedy for this community and the families touched by this unspeakable act of violence. Now, it's a big rural location, so people are working, it's spread out. There's people that live at the location as well. So, it was in the afternoon when kids were out of school, and for children to witness this is unspeakable. This community has been through a lot in the last couple of weeks, and now for this to happen, together we're stronger and we will heal together.
We grieve tonight for the deceased members of our community. This is a horrific event, one that we would never imagine would occur in San Mateo County. Gun violence in this country is at completely unacceptable levels. It's really hit home tonight. Our hearts are broken. We are deeply grateful for law enforcement for their work this evening. But in the end, there are simply too many guns in this country, and there has to be a change. This is not an acceptable way for a modern society to live and conduct its affairs.
In the meantime, some 200 residents of Monterey Park gathered for a candlelight vigil on Monday night. They mourned the victims of Saturday's shooting at a local dance hall. Remember, that shooting had left 11 dead. Monterey is a hub of the Asian American community just east of downtown Los Angeles. The police identified the 72-year-old Hu Can Tran as the lone suspect in the Saturday night massacre. This was in the midst of a Chinese Lunar New Year celebration in a Monterey dance hall that he had frequented.
We never thought that it would be one of us. And it's so shocking. We can't accept it. And the reason we came together is basically, I was talking to our friends and I thought, we have to do something just to get our emotions out, just to comfort each other, just to tell each other that we can go forward.
When I heard about the news, I was honestly surprised at first because Monterey Park is a pretty safe and quiet neighborhood, and so for something like this to happen caught me off guard. But yeah, it's a devastating event. I came here because I wanted to support.
And so needless to say, the shooting in Monterey has already left the entire community scarred for life. But the tight-knit dance community in Monterey Park is now coming together to mourn their friends and support one another. Here's more.
Well, when I was driving here, I was driving with my parents. I was really afraid. I was really afraid to come into the studio just to see what's happening here. But as I walked in, I already saw a few students practicing. My very close students also came in with me. Like I said, it's just the strong, spirit of this community. Nobody want to stop. I don't think it's gonna break anyone. Everybody will be very scared. Everybody will be very concerned. But just in memory of those who were lost, I don't think people will just stop doing what those people were doing. So everybody will continue dance. My very close student who been with me since first group class I've been teaching here, she were there that night, and unfortunately she didn't make it. Her name is May. So she's the one who basically helped me to start my teaching career in the studio, because she was one of the first students I had, and she would bring all of her friends, all of her classmates from other community centers, from other studios, just to join my class. And basically all the students I have right now, That's, I would say, it's because of her. You know, she brought all of her students. I don't even know how to describe it, like how strong this community is. You know, my okay, so most of my students are Chinese, Vietnamese, and Taiwanese people. The courage they have, the dedication to dance they have. Some of them, you know, taking it just for fun, just to exercise. Some of them taking it professionally, so they compete with me. They go all over America with me. Some even travel to Europe with me. Um, just the dedication, you know, and the strong spirit is just amazed me. And you know, just now this morning, I got confirmed 10 classes to teach tomorrow. Like nobody wants to stop, and you know, it's such a strong, like I said, such a strong community that I don't think this terrifying tragedy, you know, will break anyone down. Yeah, everybody will be, you know, everybody will be very scared, but I don't think they will stop. Message would be, you know, stay strong, especially families who lost their loved ones, and you know, just stay strong. We're here for you. I'm here. You know, if anyone who wants to talk to me, you guys know how to reach me. My students are here to help each other. You know, I have a very big base of my students, so if anyone needs any help, you know, please reach out to me or to Lalai Studio. We're willing to help.
I feel very, very comfortable when I meet with the people over here, and that's why I have been able to stick here and coming to this facility, coming back again to take lesson, is because it offers very friendly and cozy environment. I feel very, very heartbroken because a friend of mine, a friend who have been taking class with me, her name is May, been taking class with me here for the last 10 years. She was the person who introduced me Lai Lai, so that's 10 years ago, that's why I came here. Since then, I've been taking class with her, with Max in the class the last 10 years. And so to learn about she dying is just very hard. Really, I want to show my support, not just only to Max, but the support to Lai Lai, because let's say this incident happened and nobody comes, you know, that doesn't speak for anything. I really want, the reason I'm really want to be here and talk to you is just because talk with you is because I want to say loudly that, you know, we support the community and we want to come back, and we love dancing and we want to continue to dance, and that's why we're here, so we don't let things discourage us, but we still want to